Good morning, Art One. We are on day 3 of online schooling. So hopefully you guys are doing good. Hopefully yesterday things kind of made sense and you guys did a good job as far as finding pictures and coming up with a fish or whatever. While we're on the subject of fish, I did find more bucket hats, fishing hats like in my house. So the one yesterday was camo and this one's got kind of a like a plaid like on the inside. So we're gonna do this. Again, feel free if you have such hats at home to wear your hats for your art time. I mean, that should be part of this fun, right? So yeah, here we go. I am gonna do a piranha for my project, and I just thought that was kind of a cool fish. I've always liked piranhas, and so I did a little research, found some different pictures. Like I got a good picture of like a side view, and I want to have it so that the mouth opener and the teeth are showing. So I found a picture of that, and while I was doing that, I actually found out that some piranhas actually have teeth that look like our teeth. They're like flat and like they eat vegetables or whatever, which is just bizarre looking. But I also found out a few other things about piranhas. Number one, like they typically are like 12 inches long. They weigh like 8 pounds, and they are aggressive. They're the most aggressive of the fish, but they actually don't typically attack humans and animals. They go after other fish or whatever. It's only when food's super scarce that they'll actually attack like a person. So there was actually stuff that I saw of a guy like walking through water with a bunch of piranhas in it and they weren't even going anywhere near him. So I don't know, just kind of interesting, little FYI, you can share that tidbit with other people. So today guys, what I wanna do is I want us to draw out our picture of our piranha or our fish, whatever you guys are gonna do. I wouldn't expect you guys to do piranhas. If you wanna do piranha, you can, but everybody's kind of do their own thing. And so you're gonna draw your picture out. I'm gonna use pieces of paper from like a woodman's bag, like a brown paper bag. And so you can just draw your image right like on that, and then we'll cut that out. That hopefully like makes it easy as far as some of you that don't have paper and stuff at home. If you wanna use normal paper, you can, but this will work great. So I have my picture of my piranha like up on the screen, and I'm gonna spend some time drawing from that, and then we'll go from there. All right. As we're like working over here, I actually already drew the fish out, but I think it's probably kind of hard to see. So I'm going to go over it with a marker. And I want your fish, so I've got my piece of brown like paper that I'm going to use. I want your fish to be at least 12 inches long. So mine is, like I've measured it out, it's like just over 12 inches. And then I'm just going to, like I said, I'm gonna use a Sharpie and I'm just gonna kind of trace over things. And that'll make it easier for you guys to see. Okay, so there we're done with the fish drawing. I didn't put in a lot of details, like I just kind of like roughed in where stuff's gonna do because we're gonna cover this entire thing with our colored paper. Okay, so now that my drawing is done, I also gave you guys the assignment of going through magazines, or you could use paper from like wrapping paper, or like I have like just these random flyers and stuff that I get in the mail, and just find colors in those magazines that you guys can use. So if you look at like my piranha, I've got all these different colors. I've got these like in the belly, there's like these reds, and there's like the grays up top, but like all these reds and oranges and stuff like that. I need to find stuff that is gonna match those colors. And then if you swing back, like back here by the tail, there's like this green, but then like I said, all these grays, the whites, the blues, all these colors back here in the tail. Like I need to find pictures in the magazines that have those colors, okay? So what I did was I started going through and I found like these grays, all right? So like, yes, they've got words on them, they've got images, but it's a gray kind of color, and I'll be able to trim from that. I've got my reds, okay? So like a big sheet of red I'll be able to pull, and there's actually some darker by the edges and it gets lighter, okay? I've got some reds, I've got my greens for that tail area, and there's also like this kind of blue that should work like in the tail as well. More blues, more grays, okay? Like different colors of grays. There's a bunch of different tones. These will be great actually, because remember like in my fish example that I showed you, there was kind of that gradation. It goes from like light to dark. And on my piranha too, there's like light to dark. I wanna make sure that it's not just like gray, red. Like what I need to have like some changes in tone. So you guys finding some different colors, like here there's like a bunch of different colors that I could use. All right, that's great. More red, all right, more different blues and stuff like that. So I've got all these different colors that I can use for my product. So for tomorrow, what I want you guys to do is I want you to dig through, figure out what colors you're gonna need, dig through a magazine, find, or wrapping paper or whatever, find some pieces of paper that are gonna have different tones of the colors you're gonna need, and just tear those out and have those on standby. I expect that you guys have found a picture of your fish and that you guys are going to draw that out for me. And after you get done with your drawing, you guys, I want you to take a picture of it and put it in your daily share so that I see like what you've done. And that's what we're gonna need for going into class on Thursday. So if you have any questions, you guys, hit me up and just make some comments in Google Classroom, shoot me an email, whatever. If there's things that like I can help you with, you guys would be glad to do that. Hopefully all this is making sense and you guys are figuring stuff out. But we're just gonna struggle through this and figure it out together. So yeah, hope you guys have a great day and I will talk to you tomorrow. See ya.